Hey guys, it's Beth and welcome back to my channel, and today I have some tags to share that I used or that I made using up the last little bits of my Pine Street square pad. I have some tags and then some mini note cards. So one of the tag bases that I have is there were like examples of the paper kind of all around this square on the pad cover, and so I cut them off, and then some of them had like where the little circle sticker was holding the pad closed. Some of them had pad information, and so a lot of them weren't usable, but the ones that were usable, I kind of turned them into tag bases. So then I took them, rounded the corners on most of them, or cut them into a tag shape, added a hole, and then did just a little bit of embellishing. So here I just took some scraps and I stamped a little bitty sentiment just onto some pattern paper. This one has a punched star. The star is from the pad cover too. It's like I couldn't use the full rectangle, but I could get some punched shapes out of it. And then it just used some of the pattern paper to layer a sentiment and another little banner underneath. This one says "Let It Snow," and I just left it as is. Just rounded the corners, put a little hole in it so it can be tied. But if I was afraid if I added anything to it, that it would just kind of cover up the "Let It Snow" and you couldn't see the fun part. Here again, I used my tag chomper, my angle chomper, and cut it into like a tag shape, and then added another star that I punched from the cover, and then this one just says "Merry Wishes" stamped onto some scraps. This one I just rounded all four corners, added a little strip across here, and then this stamp says "Do not open until December 25th. And then here's another tag shape one. I just took a bunch of stars, kind of layered them up to give myself a place for my "For You" sentiment. This one I used the tag chomper, the angle chomper on to get a tag shape. Put another strip across here for a place for this "For You" sentiment to rest. Again, stamped on the patterned paper. This one, oh goodness, this one I just left as is because it's, wood grain background, and it's got some little border patterns here, and then it says 25, and so I just kind of liked that one as it was. This one is, sorry, I have my hair attached. I'm shedding. I punched these. One of the little sample pieces that I cut off the pad cover had some of the numbers on it from the countdown number cut aparts, and so it had these two on there, and so I just used a small circle punch to cut them out and made like a 25. So those were some of the tags that I made from the pad cover, and then with paper scraps I made some little mini note cards that can be used as tags. These were 3 pieces that I had left after fussy cutting some of the Advent countdown numbers, and then just took a stamp for my sentiment, added a couple of little circle punches that I had punched out of scraps from the paper, and then added a green mat and then put it on a little white card. And again, I have also decorated the inside of the mini cards with some of the scraps that I had left. This one I just took some of the 1-inch squares that I had left after making the patchwork card, and then I inked all the edges, and then I added some of the stars that I had punched out of some of the scraps, inked the edges there too, and then I have my little "Merry Wishes" sentiment stamped onto some of the wood grain scraps. This one again just took a bunch of strips to kind of create my card front. And then I had originally put it on a craft piece of cardstock, and so I just inked the edges of the craft just to help it stand out from the card front a little bit, like it's a shadow. This one I used up one of my little burlap reindeers that I stamped, and then again more little strips layered together. And then this was what I had left after making the strip card. I did a little mini note card as well. Again, I just took a piece of 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 piece of cardstock, put adhesive on it, layered all my little strips on there, and then I just put one of my reindeers on there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the pad cover tags. And then earlier, when I had been using my silhouette to cut out something, I don't remember what, the ornaments maybe, I took a little bit of the space that was left and I cut out these little tags which were meant to hold like a Ghirardelli square. And I already used one. I used it on a Christmas gift that I gave earlier in December. And so like I said, the silhouette cut the tag shape, and it even added the perforated lines here where you would fold it at the bottom. And then I just used a little bit of adhesive on the back of my Ghirardelli square just to hold it in place. And then I didn't seal the tag at all. I just held it closed with my twine here, and then I knotted the end of the twine so it can be looped over like a bag, a gift bag. And then I can always add like something else on the back that says to whoever. But it's just a fun little way, like you give them an extra little gift whenever you're gifting. So I got 2 of those, and I've already used 1. So all in all, what did I say? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mini cards. And after doing the cards and these tags that were the last projects that I did out of this pad, this is what I had left of my scraps. So pretty good. Now, I was probably not as, normally I'm very obsessed with saving the scraps until the end, and once I kind of got going, I knew I was in a hurry. So I don't know that I saved as many scraps as I normally do, but of the scraps that I had saved and had planned on using like on the insides of cards or whatever, this is what I had left. So like I said, I'm calling this pad done. I still have some more projects to share with you, but I at least wanted to get these out to you guys. And hopefully you've enjoyed the cards and the tags, all the ways that I used the scraps. I know I did. It was so fun to get back into this, but I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and thanks so much for your time today.